Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves. Today I have not an exciting video because I am going to be talking about the plants that I am currently struggling to take care of. I know I do these videos every once in a while, but I thought that today was a good time to do one because there are definitely some plants that I am struggling with, and I am not perfect. I want you guys to all know that. With that being said, before we do get into today's video, if you guys aren't already subscribed, definitely click that button down below. And also, if you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be super helpful. Don't forget to check the description out for my giveaway. I am going to be doing weekly Amazon gift card giveaways, so if you are interested, definitely look down below for the instructions on how to enter. That is going to be all before we get into today's video. I really hope you guys do enjoy it. I'm sad to say there are quite a few plants around me right now because I am struggling with quite a few different plants. So let's just jump into it. I'm going to start off with some of my more uncommon plants that I don't know why they're struggling. It could just be shock, who really knows? I don't know. But I did briefly mention in one of my other videos that my Philodendron Xanum is somewhat struggling. I did mention in another one of my videos that my Philodendron Xanum is somewhat struggling. You can see from these older leaves that they are starting to yellow, this one especially. Actually, looking at this now, I don't know. This very well could be just normal old leaves dying off because the two that are starting to yellow are the older leaves on this plant. But this leaf here is looking very translucent. I don't know what that is, but I'm almost leaning towards fertilizer burn. I think I did recently fertilize this one. Although I haven't seen any negative effects on any of my other plants, I feel like that could be what this is. Let me know what you think down below. Just because it's coming from the edges, it is making me think that fertilizer had played a part in this. This one looks more so like old age yellowing, but still very well could be fertilizer burn. I don't know though, plants are so tricky, especially with like yellowing leaves and crispiness. There are so many different things that can contribute to plants doing stuff like this. So it is very difficult to tell, but again, with all of these plants, please let me know if you have any idea what's going on with them, because for the most part, I don't know what's going on. It's still looking really nice. This here is the newest leaf and it looks really cute, and so does this leaf. So it is a healthy-ish plant. I am hoping that I can figure out what is going on with those older leaves, if it's not just old leaves dying off. So we'll put this one aside. The next plant is one that was really thriving for a little while, and now it seems to be struggling. This here is my Anthurium Forgetty Eye. This leaf isn't doing the worst. It is starting to lighten at the edges. I don't think this is actually yellowing. I could be wrong, but to me it looks more like it's just fading at the edges, where this one here is definitely on its way out. It does look like there's some new growth coming in, so maybe it's just taking up energy from these leaves and putting it towards that new growth in the center there. But to be honest, I'm not really sure. It all of a sudden just started yellowing, and then this leaf started lightening, so I don't really know what's going on. Again, this is going to be a trend. I wish I knew, and if I knew, these plants probably would not be suffering, but I'm making sure to at least stay on top of the watering so that these guys have the best chance of surviving. Hopefully I don't lose any of them, but again, they are plants. You can only do so much in terms of keeping them alive. So I'm trying my best. Hopefully this one works itself out and it puts out a brand new beautiful leaf, but we will have to see. This next plant is not struggling in the same way that the other plants in this video are. This one is having trouble getting larger. This here is my Philodendron Florida Ghost, and it did come down with root rot a while ago, but that situation has sort of sorted itself out. So now it is doing fine. It has good roots and it is living in soil, but all of this new growth is coming in very immature and each of the leaves are not getting bigger. It did put out this one larger leaf there, but then the next leaf that came out was this tiny little twerp of a leaf right there. But you can see all of this growth is very immature, and of course that's expected, especially in terms of the leaf shape, but I do want this plant to get bigger at some point, and I can't really put a moss pole in there because there's just a disaster of growth points. I don't even know where I would put it, but I do want this plant to get larger eventually. It is really cute and small right now, but I don't think that that's how I want it to be forever. So if you have any tips for getting this to be larger, I don't know. I feel like the moss pole is the right way to go, but I just don't think that it's going to fit anywhere in here. I'm kind of at a loss. Anyways, I'm lucky that it is still very cute. I have nothing against this plant, and other than its leaf shape and growth in size, it is doing very well, but I don't know. I think that there's something that I can probably do to make this speed up a little bit faster. This next plant is kind of sad, and it is also the last of the uncommon plants that are not doing super well. This one is especially sad because it's a plant that I've wanted for a long time, and I thought that I would be the one person who could take care of this plant without any problems, but who am I kidding? This here is my Aetheriumwaraquianum. My guess with this one is just the fact that it needed to acclimate to my situation. I believe the roots are just fine, but this leaf is obviously not loving its life right now. It is just slowly crisping up and withering away, but there is new growth on the way, so hopefully that comes in soon and is acclimated to my situation, so it's a little bit hardier than this one. I don't know, I gave it really great conditions in my opinion at least, so I was hopeful that it would be just fine. You really never know with these guys. They are apparently really fussy, so I'm not super concerned though because I am pretty confident in my ability to even grow things back from a stump. So if it ends up with no leaves, I feel like I can still definitely bring it back. So while this is unfortunate, I don't see this plant dying anytime soon. I think that the leaf is just not super happy with me. Let me know if you guys have any tips for this guy. It is currently in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet at about 60% humidity, but I don't know. I don't really think that there's anything more that I can do for this plant other than wait for it to acclimate to my apartment. That's okay though. Next up is a type of begonia. I think that there's a graveyard of begonias in my garbage or that have come through my house. I'm not very good with begonias and I love the way that they look, so I continue to get them and then I kill them. I don't think I should continue buying begonias, but I probably will keep doing it. This here is my Begonia Sinbad. You can see it is looking pretty Sinbad. You can see there are a lot of dead leaves on here, just leaves that are not loving their lives. I did recently water this one, and I will admit I have been pretty bad with watering it, so that's probably why it's dying. But I feel like even when I stay on top of the watering, it just doesn't want to live. So who knows what's going on? I mean, the new growth there looks fine. It is actually growing, but some of these even like top leaves here are dying off. Maybe this is another situation of this plant just needing to acclimate to my conditions, but we will have to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this one alive long term, especially if I go away for a little bit. Like, I'm worried about this one. It is such a beautiful plant though, which is why I'm a little bit sad, but what are you gonna do? There's not much you can do with begonias. They just live their lives how they want to live their lives. They live and they die. That's the best way to put it. Please give me all your begonia tips down below. That would help me out tremendously. I just don't know how to help them. I don't know. It's hard to keep them watered as much as they want to be watered, and I also don't have the ambient humidity to keep them alive outside of a greenhouse, so I don't know. The last plant I have to talk about is an orchid, and it's pretty sad because this orchid is definitely one of the easier ones to take care of in the realm of orchids. I'm talking about the Dendrobium Hibiki. This plant, I mean, you can see it's a little bit faded and yellowy and sickly looking. And I'm gonna tell you right now that I am 100% to blame for this. I neglect the heck out of this plant because I think I can, and I probably can't. This plant was in moss and it was not doing well. I think it's still in moss under the soil, but I need to water it. This plant is constantly thirsty. It is absolutely my fault. Actually, it's putting out some new shoots. So maybe I'm a good plant mom. No, this plant is in need of a drink always, and I think that that's why it's struggling. This is the only plant that I really know what is wrong with it. But am I going to change my ways and water this plant when it should be watered? Probably not. Should I give it to a friend who will care for it better than I do? Probably. Leave a comment down below if you want this plant. I would be happy to share it with any of my local friends because I am neglecting it. And I do like it. I think it's really beautiful and it has really nice flowers, but I'm so bad at taking care of it and I always forget about it. So hit me up if you want a Dendrobium Hibiki. All right, guys, well, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my failures all in one video. I wanted to make this video so you guys just know you're not alone. All of us struggle with our houseplants, even the expensive ones, and it's sad, but it's not the end of the world. So, moral of the story, don't spend thousands of dollars on houseplants because they can die. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Check out the description for the details to my giveaway. But that's going to be all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!